Graceless. Written by Your Hero 404 on Tumblr.
That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that.
It was a standard pressure he got every time he was even remotely near you, and this dance was no different. He was very obviously head over heels for you. His friends knew that, but actually making a move was a whole other world to him. His friends tried time and time again to give him advice and set up situations where the two of you needed to be close, or he could ask you out for an actual date, but he backed out each time. This time, however, they tried to convince him to walk straight up and whisk you into a dance, which was definitely not happening.
Come on!
Denki whined.
You're dressed up as this kick-ass gangster. They take whatever they want, now act like it. Just because I'm in this costume doesn't mean I can just walk up to them and literally sweep them away.
But why can't you?
Kirishima asked, watching you glance at them every now and again from across the room.
I think they might be okay with that.
You don't know that.
Sero insisted, nervously rubbing his wrists.
They could think I'm totally weird and get upset and never talk to me again. Ever.
Dude, you gotta calm down.
Mina wrapped an arm around his shoulders and shook him a bit.
They already think you're totally weird, so you don't have to worry about that.
Ugh.
He groaned, hiding his face behind his hands.
You really aren't helping.
Ugh. Get over yourself,
Bakugo snapped, widely gesturing to you across the room.
They've been looking at you this entire time. They want you to go over there. Just grow a pair and go before I toss you over there myself.
Sero waved his hands in front of him, quickly backing away from Bakugo and heading in your direction.
I'm going,
he reassured.
I'll go.
He swallowed hard and moved towards you. He could feel the joints in his body stiffen up as he found it increasingly hard to walk and shift as if he was a robot. The smile on your face did nothing to help his nerves. Standing in front of you for a moment, you snapped him out of his daze with a soft shake of his shoulder.
Earth to Sero. Hello? You alright?
Your voice hit his ears, laced with concern.
Oh, yeah.
He cleared his throat, his signature smile gleaming.
I'm fine. Just spaced out for a second.
You stood there for at least an entire minute.
It was a very long second.
He scratched the back of his neck and let out a small chuckle.
Anyway, you enjoying yourself? Your costume looks great.
Why, thank you.
You struck a ridiculous pose.
And yeah, I mean, this dance is alright.
Alright?
Yeah, it'd be much better if there was actual dancing though.
You gestured emptily to the room full of people as they idly stood by, giving each other awkward glances.
Actual dancing, huh? How about this?
Sero swallowed his pride and his nerves and started to dance ridiculously to gain a laugh from you. He cycled through the various dances from an online game he and Denki spent days trying to replicate. Yes, it was the right choice. Your laugh felt like music to his ears. Once he was done, his ears and face started to burn with a dull heat as he could feel eyes on him, none of them being yours. Your eyes were closed as your arm wrapped around your own stomach, the other one covering your mouth as your body racked with heavy laughter. Good, yes. That's what he wanted, to make you laugh. That was a great start. That's what he's good at.
Oh, come
But I meant more dancing with each other. That he isn't good at.
With each other?
Yeah, kinda like this. You grabbed onto his hand and laid the other on his shoulder, stepping in closer to kick in his instincts to lay a hand on your hip. With nothing but a nervous smile, he looked into your eyes and tried to keep his knees steady, while you took the lead and started to move the both of you around. He was amazed by how fluid your motions were and how easily you moved him across the dance floor. You never moved too quickly, but nothing about your steps was slow. They were graceful and smooth, and he was all but that. Sero felt like he was waltzing on air every time you touched, and now he practically was. The way you smiled at him made him melt, which led to you heavily leading him across the floor. He practically only moved whenever you dragged him. He was better off standing on your feet like a child. At least that way he had an excuse for why he kept stepping on them. Yet no matter how many times he accidentally stepped on your feet or tripped and threw you off, you just straightened yourself out, cut off his apology, and gave him such a soft smile that only led to more questions. He could feel the eyes of his friends piercing his back and glimpses of their faces as he and you spun around. They gave him thumbs up, smiles, even some cheers. After mouthing a careful thank you, his skin burned a red heat as you nuzzled your face softly against his neck, the blush coming from both your actions and the kissy faces his friends now displayed. Someone certainly got whisked off their feet, but it wasn't the one his friends assumed it would be.